Alyssa Wong and Minku Jung bring all their stories together as the Unbroken Clan assault the Deroit Center on Maida for the Path engine, which, if Aphra cannot get working properly, will explode and kill everyone in the building. Alyssa Wong continues to converge all her story arcs this issue as the Path Engine storyline comes to an end, for now at least, to make way for the War of the Bounty Hunters. I enjoyed how Alyssa had the issue play to many of Aphra's manipulative strengths, and had her deceive Vukorah, a character unaware of the woman's tricks and traps, but also someone who isn't as stupid as a lot of other people. So we get cool ticking clock elements with her killing her way through the engineers to force Aphra's hand to do her dirty work. Again, Just Lucky and Ariel got some more playtime this issue, and I'm enjoying their journey through the criminal underworld and getting to know a little bit more about Lucky in general, as well as his past relationships with people like Ariel. Of course, the stories all converge with the characters getting invites to the secret event, which is being put on by Crimson Dawn and will be the big main setting for the War of the Bounty Hunters storyline. The final page surprised me the most, since suddenly Dirge, the Jendai bounty hunter from Genndy Tartakovsky's Clone Wars series, appears, despite not actually being hinted at all throughout the issue apart from the last page. It was definitely cool to see him, but didn't really make much sense story-wise as why he's just suddenly there following these people. Minku Jung gets to do some really great action this issue with some really awesome pages just covered in fire and explosions and blaster fire and chaos, which thanks to Raquel Rosenberg's bright colours just look really wonderful and really pop off the page. Dr. Aphra issue 10 was a great finale to the Path Engine storyline for now, as all plots converge and get ready to go off and join the War of the Bounty Hunters event. I really enjoyed the book playing to Aphra's manipulative strength, and the action that resulted from it was really quite cool. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Dr. Aphra issue 10 sees the Holo News stations reporting on the incident at Deroit, knowing that Biol Deroit is inside amongst the hostages. Stormtroopers tell the people to stay back, as inside the building, Vukorah demands the engineers make the hyperdrive work, despite telling her that it's unstable. Sana knows they need to think of something to do, and Aphra agrees, wanting to leave the place out the back door. Sana stops her, saying that the engine is a death trap and she can't be allowed to go off and blow everyone up, and if Biol doesn't get it working, Vukorah will just kill everyone. Aphra knows that everyone includes them as well, and she doesn't feel like dying today, not wanting Sana to be the hero since it's never worth it. Sana wonders if Tolvan would agree since Aphra loved her once. She tells Aphra to do whatever she wants, but she's going in there and won't watch people die because she's too much of a coward like Aphra. Aphra stops her, but Sana doesn't want to wait any longer for Vukorah to kill any more engineers, but Aphra races into the hallway, saying that she's got a plan and it involves Sana finding a way out the back since she's about to do something really stupid. Vukorah meanwhile continues killing engineers as Aphra confronts the woman, knowing at this rate she'll be out of engineers long before the engine is fixed and the Empire arrives. Vukorah isn't so sure how the woman survived the fall on Dollarhide, as Aphra knows that it's a good thing she did, since she can fix the engine, since not only is she a brilliant slicer, but she's an archaeologist and she knows this is a replica of the Path engine, and while the engineers know about modern ships, these old ones are different, noting how sloppy their work is on it and why they needed an expert like her. Vukorah wants to make use of her, knowing she won't be letting Aphra go, but she'll kill her last. Vukorah quickly kills another engineer, so Aphra gets to work quick, knowing that she has to figure out how to start the impossible engine. Sana meanwhile helps rescue some of the hostages, showing them the way out. She helps the people leave the building, seeing some stormtroopers nearby and calling for their help, telling them that more are inside. She hopes Aphra won't let her down, since if she dies, Sana's never going to forgive her. On Canto Bight, Lucky and Ariel finish up Koz's men, wondering what the hell that was, since they were only there to collect a debt. So unless business changed since they left, he isn't sure why Koz was being so bold. Ariel knows that this feels like a setup, and he looks over what Koz had on his pockets, knowing that someone knew when sent them after Koz and used him as bait. He finds a data pad which has both the men's pictures and identities on it, indicating that they were planning on being made into a message for Wen. Ariel knows that when they get back to see Wen, they're gonna want answers, as Aphra meanwhile continues to wire up the engine, telling the frustrated Vukorah that she can't rush genius and this engine is a real mess. Aphra quietly tells herself to disable the engine so she doesn't blow them up, wondering where Sana is. Vukorah says that time is up when suddenly stormtroopers pour in, demanding the hostages be freed. A blaster battle ensues and the people escape the hall as Aphra hopes a stray bolt doesn't hit the engine, otherwise they're all screwed, knowing she's got to get out of there with the path engine now. Suddenly the engine opens up and a glowing green core is ejected, so Aphra grabs it and runs as a blaster bolt hits the engine, blowing the entire room up as the doctor dives behind a cargo crate. Sana returns amongst the fire, not knowing how Aphra pulled it off, but she did. Aphra is surprised to learn that she actually disarmed the engine as the women race out of the fiery hall, commenting on how this was one of the worst engines they've seen built. Vukorah follows after Aphra and Sana, demanding her men get them, but Sana fires back, hitting Vukorah in the eye. The women disappear into the crowd, not believing that actually worked, and Sana came through, but Sana can't believe that Aphra did as well, wanting to get the hell out of there as Vukorah survives the shot to the face, disappearing into the flames. Later on the Acquisitor, Aphra fills Domina in on what happened and how they had to blow up the engine thanks to the designs being garbage. But thanks to that, Deroit is now finished. Domina isn't happy she blew up the engine since that means Aphra failed her, since she assured Domina that there would be no problems, but her faith seems to have been misplaced. Domina activates one of her containment shields around Sana, making it so the woman can't breathe. Aphra tells her not to be so hasty, showing her the green crystal core that came out of the path engine, tossing it to Domina, who finds it quite intriguing. She lets down the containment shield, wanting to give Aphra another chance. Domina shows them the hologram of Eben Drake, an arms dealer who operates out of the Ring of Keterin, and they would like to make a deal with him, but it's hard to get a hold of him. Aphra thinks that he's a runaway lover, but Domina says that he is their cousin and was last seen boarding a leisure ship off-world, but before he left he mentioned an incredible opportunity, but has not been heard from since. Sana knows that they are to locate him and learn what this opportunity was, and Domina says that if he doesn't cooperate, she will take care of this opportunity of his. She tells the women to get out and not disappoint her again as Lapin serves Domina some tea, wanting him to sit with her and tell her about his investigation. Lapin says that he has found a mole in their company and someone is stealing her corporate secrets from her personal comms. He has discovered 4 spies already and disposed of them, but there may be more, and Domina knows there definitely will be, wanting to know who is behind this, since she has gotten reports that her competitors are suffering the same as well. So whatever this is, it's bigger than all of them and bigger than the Tag Corporation. On the Vault Cobra, Aphra and Sana get ready to head out, but Sana is disappointed that Aphra gave up an important piece of Nihil tech to an evil corporation. Aphra says that all corporations are evil and not to get worked up about it since she made a copy of all the data, and the core she handed over is a mess and it's useless. But Domina doesn't know that, and handing it over should keep her off Aphra's back for a little bit. Sana knows that she'll find out, and Aphra knows that could possibly happen, but if she does, she'll need someone to put the engine to use, someone like her. Sana turns the subject back to Eben, knowing that she knows he loves to party and has an itchy trigger finger. Aphra knows that these leisure cruises are on the expensive side, knowing that he must be making bank on this opportunity he is after, and it means that he won't be the only one gunning for it, wondering what it could possibly be. Just Lucky and Ariel meanwhile are told they are being sent off-world by Wen, who knows that there is a traitor in their midst, in the form of Lieutenant Cray, who has fled Canto Bight, but they know where he's going, to some event where he'll meet with his handler. Wen says that the men are both her favourites, and if they wish to keep this favour, they must kill Cray and his handler, or don't bother coming back to Canto Bight at all. Lucky and Ariel board the ship, getting their invitation to the big event and setting their coordinates. Ariel hopes that Lucky is ready for this as they blast off towards their target, but they aren't alone as Aphra and Sana set their sights on them as well, as does the feared bounty hunter Dirge.